good Thursday. Guys were sharp, played well, practiced well, good enthusiasm. Got to take it to the field, need to start fast. This is a good team we're playing. I say Wake Forest is, I mean, they just do everything right and got really good players, coach well, sound, all three phases, get turnovers on defense, don't turn over on offense, convert, play great situational football, special teams. They've done a heck of a job with these guys. These guys have all started a long time, got a lot of experience, and a very physical, tough football team. So we have to play well. So anxious to see how we take it to the field. Questions?
Clausen's team's 3-9 the last 2 years.
I'm sorry?
With Dave Clausen's team's 3-9 the last 2 years, this is like the natural progression you'd want a program to take.
Yes, it
coach,
is.
right?
And they have. I mean, they played a lot of those guys young, and they've matured. They're stronger, bigger. They were always good players. They were just young. You know what I'm saying? Now they just keep the maturity's there, along with the execution, the discipline. I mean, they're a really good football team. Dave's done a real nice job.
The same note is big for a team like that, just to have the confidence that comes with that type of record rolling in here.
Oh, no doubt. I mean, like I said, the combined record of the team we play 17-2. So these guys are used to win. They expect to win. I mean, that's what they're doing. And when you win, confidence grows. And like I said, the most important thing in ball is confidence.
Francois practice, and he's going to be good to go for Saturday? Yeah.
Could be playing.
Is there any news on the injury front? I mean, of course, there's Nate, but anything else new?
Right here. Darvin Taylor and Vickers are out. McGuire, you always say that with his foot, but I mean, he's great. I don't know why we even have that on there. He's ready to play. He had to practice really well the last 3 days, too. Nate, Keith Bryant, Campbell, and Derwin James. Definitely. That's it.
How is Derwin progressing?
Well, I mean, they're trying to keep him, they're telling him slow down, make sure he don't do too much because he's healing, feeling good. So I've kept up with him. We'll evaluate it hard next week when we get it off week.
And you're saying with Vickers, what's he going to be out with?
He's been banged up. He had a concussion a couple weeks ago, and still has symptoms and things like that.
Jimbo, after the Miami game, you were asked, I'm trying to think of what the exact phrasing was, but you were asked if this team grew up with the Miami win. You said you ask me next week. What have you seen in the evolution, that progression of
We're continuing to practice better. We practiced better last week. We've practiced really, I've been pleased with our practice. A lot more efficient, a lot more enthusiasm, a lot more execution, a lot more, I mean, you just see them starting to grow together. And but we'll hope we get them taken to the field. But they have come back this week with great enthusiasm and energy in practice. There hasn't been a slack off at all. I mean, they've, not because it would be, people think because you have a big emotional win, you know what I mean, or a rival, but they've handled it really well and practiced really well.
I guess Xavier Rhodes is supposed to be in town this weekend,
yeah.
and he's been involved with Kids First up in Minnesota. Just what's it mean to have him still be part of things?
What a great guy, man. I mean, and I mean, playing his tail off. I mean, big physical corner, probably one of the top guys in the NFL right now. I mean, and he's a guy that kind of goes under the radar. I mean, he was a great player here for us, and we didn't know because he's up in Minnesota, we don't hear as much about him. But I mean, and he's up there with our foundation. I mean, because right there as we go to the University of Minnesota, he promotes everything he does. I mean, that just tells you of his character. I mean, you know, to reach back and help us and help our family, I can't say enough about him. And I've always loved Xavier, and I'm so happy for him. I mean, this guy's going to play a long time in the league and earned every right of it. Just and was a great player here, and he's a better person than he is player. I mean, I love Zay. It's going to be great to see him this weekend.
Rhodes was one of the first guys that you had that went through a position change.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think you've had so much success with those?
The kids. Because they could do what you ask them to do, and they bought in and believed in what it is and had great attitudes. I mean, you can say as a coach, you can move guys all you want and act like you're smart, but those kids have to buy in and go do it and have the ability to do it and go play. And it's all about the kids, every one of them.
Is there a different skill set as a coach when you evaluate, say, a guy in high school watching tape versus self-evaluation when he's there every day? Is that transferable?
I mean, yeah, it is. I mean, you can see it on tape, but when you watch a guy in person and how he relates, his physicality, how he thinks, how he processes from coaching him. I mean, like I say, it's hard till you coach him. I mean, I don't care what you say. Or you've had him in camp and all those things that go around, but it is. And then once you get him there in person, you can see some traits and see. And a lot of them do, hey, I never knew he could even do that. You know what I'm saying? I saw some things, but man, this is good. He does this better. He has a chance. And, you know, you try to just put him in the best possible position you think for their future. And those kids buy in. We've had some tremendous kids do that.
Is it easier to do that these days when you have the track record and can point out as Xavier Rhodes or Cam Irving or on and on and on?
Well, you do, but I mean, each individual guy, as crazy as that sounds, you put that out there, but everybody says, well, you know, well, that's not me. You know what I'm saying? And everybody has to do it. But again, it goes back to the kids wanting to do it and, again, trusting in you and having great conversation. And then, again, I never move any of them that don't want to move. You know what I'm saying? If they don't want to move, we don't make them move. You can't do that. Anything else?